ElectraCast.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to NASA Daily, where we bring you all of NASA's previous day's proceedings in 4 minutes or less. In today's episode, we bring you NASA's activities for March 23, 2026.
NASA is reporting progress in spaceflight operations, Earth science, and astronomical research. The Progress 94 cargo spacecraft launched from Baikonur Cosmodrome carrying about 3 tons of food, fuel, and supplies for the International Space Station. After reaching orbit, one of its automated rendezvous antennas failed to deploy. If the issue is not resolved, cosmonaut Sergei Kudzverchkov will manually guide the spacecraft using a backup control system during docking at the Poisk module after a 2-day journey. Aboard the International Space Station, Expedition 74 crew members, including Jessica Meir, Chris Williams, and Jack Hathaway, prepared for the arrival of the cargo spacecraft. They conducted scientific research, maintenance work, spacewalk planning, and assembly of hardware for future solar array upgrades, along with studies on crew health and stress in microgravity. On Earth, heavy winter rainfall in California triggered a widespread wildflower bloom across the Carrizo Plain and areas along the San Andreas Fault. Satellite and ground observations documented extensive flowering across the region, providing data for studying vegetation growth and environmental conditions. In space, the Hubble Space Telescope tracked 25 years of expansion in the Crab Nebula. Observations show gas filaments moving outward at about 3.4 million miles per hour, driven by energy from a central pulsar, revealing continued evolution nearly 1,000 years after the original supernova. NASA also combined data from the Hubble Space Telescope and the James Webb Space Telescope to study the core of the Pinwheel Galaxy, located about 25 million light-years away, improving understanding of its structure and stellar population. NASA is preparing a public event to explain implementation of current United States space policy, including plans to return astronauts to the Moon by 2028 and establish long-term lunar exploration capabilities. In Earth science, the Surface Water and Ocean Topography mission is providing the first continuous global measurements of rivers, improving understanding of how waterways flow, change, and support ecosystems. NASA also demonstrated the Guardian system, which can detect tsunami signals in satellite navigation data within minutes of an earthquake, providing earlier warning information than traditional systems. NASA continues public engagement through the Science Through Shadows project, which explains how eclipses and other celestial alignments help scientists study the universe, and through the Emerge Data Hackathon, where participants used citizen science data to create tools for environmental and public health research. Those were the key activities for NASA on March 23, 2026.
Subscribe to receive daily updates or rate or review so others can find us as well. Thanks for tuning in to NASA Daily. This has been an ElectraCast media production. Executive producers are Mark Netter and Peter Rafelson. Produced and edited by Delilah Sperrazza. Music by Amir Isaleh and Peter Rafelson.
Hey, I'm DC. I host a radio show on multiple genres. There's rock, there's metal, there is country, and I talk to the artists, and I take those interviews from the radio, and I put them into a podcast, which is called Behind the Rock with DC. Check it out, Behind the Rock with DC, a podcast that brings you a little bit closer to the bands, a little bit closer to the artists. Please subscribe to the podcast today.
ElectraCast. ElectraCast.